Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is the update for Bitcoin. For those of you that watch my previous videos and are in this trade, I'm going to offer some advice that I am doing just to protect any profit that you have using rule invalidations. But first of all, if you haven't watched my videos, I'm using Bitstamp as my main exchange for the count. Reason being, it's the only exchange that has a clean 5-wave down. Every other exchange, this made a new low and these were higher highs. But this is a cash market Bitstamp and it looks very clean, which is why I've been using it. First of all, we had a leading diagonal as a 1, came up to our 50 to 618 retracement of that wave, then came down in a clean 5 to the 1.618 extension as we would expect, had a deep retracement as a WXY between the 50 and the 618, then came down in 5 and made a slightly lower low than our third for our fifth. That's where I have the impulse ending. Then we had an expanded flat for our W wave, an X wave, and then a complex correction for our Y, completed right above the 50 of the entire 5 waves down. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been trading this long, and I just closed out the trade at the 50. So that was a nice little profit. So we can shut that down. I'm not long anymore. Currently short. I had half my position at the 50 and the other half at the 618, so halfway filled. We did hit kind of a weird extension, but I'm not too concerned with it just because it was very tough to decide where to pull the pivots from. Just because this was an expanded correction. But we did come right into the area we'd expect, the 50 and the 618. Now, some concerns I have, I mentioned in other videos, previous days, is that this correction could be getting bigger, make some sort of ending diagonal, like so. This is our 1 wave, making a 2, come up for a 3, 4, 5, then drop. Something like that, where we get an ABC rather than a WXY. Or this extends out and this is an A wave again, and we just get some sort of 5-wave pattern to complete. But we do have the trade coming down our side. So what I'm planning to do is I have this as potentially 5 waves down as a wave 1. We then had 3 waves down after that, and if this is a impulse to the downside, I would expect us to come to the 1.618 or the 382 to the downside. So this could be we'd have to get one more wave down. This could be a 1-2, a second 1-2, and then we drop down and finish our 5. But also in the alternate counts where we're still in the correction, this could end up being either a B, C, and then we make higher highs. So what I'm going to do is, if this is the impulse down and the correction is done, we'd expect not to come back to these areas, right? We'd expect another 1-2, 1-2. So my plan at the moment, just because this trade's gone in our favor, I bought at the 50, up pretty decent at the moment to start this trend. So I am moving my stop to this invalidation point. This is where our first 5 waves down came. On Bitstamp, that would be 27975, but I'd suggest checking your own exchange you're using, because that looks like a pretty clean 5. The only alternative is this would be a ending diagonal, or sorry, a leading diagonal. 5, 3. The shape's not really there. Still technically valid, but no, I don't like that. I don't like that. It doesn't look right. So that's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm moving my stop to this level, so I would at least lock up this amount, about 1.5%. And if we do end up making a larger correction, I would look to re-enter my shorts between the 50 and the 618 again, all over again, re-entering. But as for the moment, looking for these 5 waves to fill out to our regular extensions. Got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the 100, and somewhere between this area. That's how I would want it to fill out if we have resumed trend, something like that. The only alternative, again, is we make some sort of leading diagonal, but it's hard to see that shape currently. So I'm going to move my stop to that level. No reason to let it run any longer. Put that in the invalidation where our 1, 2, 1, 2 doesn't make sense anymore. All right, guys, that's the update for Bitcoin. If this fails, looking for re-entries again at the same levels, the 50 and the 618 of that previous down move. I'll be doing 50% at each level. Stop is at this previous high over here. And looking for 5 waves down between like 21 and 23,000. All right, guys, that's it for Bitcoin. Adjusting my stop there to the invalidation point. Thanks for watching.